Here we are. Here we are at last. The end of the series. Playthrough and of the game. I mentioned at the end of the last set that I wanted to show off all of the endings. In fact, I say it's the last set. It's the same set that this is going to be a part of. But I wanted to show off all the endings, and I will be able to do that because it's not really... You don't have to go really out of your way to do it if you've already been preparing for the true ending, which I have. But I'll endeavour to show all of them off anyway, because they're all interesting in their own rights. Some for better reasons than others, let's say that. But nonetheless, I wanted to show all or most of the content off, and I've pretty much done that. This is just the final step, so... What we'll do first is what's known as the Yharnam Sunrise ending, then the Refusal ending, and then the true ending. There are no other endings, so that'll be that. And the first one is mainly just showing off a cutscene, and then progressively there'll be boss fights and so on. Without further ado, let's actually show where Gammon is at this point in time. In this little area that's been locked off to us all this time. All these flowers and graves. Ominous, you might say. And here he is. Waiting to talk. How he got here on a wheelchair is anybody's guess, because it doesn't look like the best of terrain for a wheelchair, but you know. Details, details. He does get around after all. So, as you can see, I still have the umbilicals here. I have not used them yet. So, let's see what he has to say for himself.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream. Farewell, my keen hunter. Fear the blood.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
So there you have it. That was the Yharnam Sunrise ending right there. You die, you forget the dream, you wake up back in Yarman, immortal, but not beholden to the hunter's dream, and you can live your life basically. It's a free get out clause for you for all the work you've done. But at the same time, the Hunter's Dream still exists, in the same way it did once Jura and Eileen left. Gehrman's still trapped there, and we already know from prior dialogue he doesn't want to be there. He's sort of a prisoner to it. And who's to say there won't be any more hunts in the future? So it's pretty much a good ending for you, but not for much for anybody else. So what if we said to Gehrman, you know, I don't quite like the idea of being murdered, Gehrman, so I think I'm going to refuse your offer. Well, this is what you'll find out. I'm not really going to be talking for the boss fight because it's, I think it's really one of the best boss fights in the game, and to talk over it would kind of diminish how good it can be, and you'll see what I mean when I actually get doing it. So let's go and chat to Gehrman. He'll say his spiel, and we'll get going.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
You know what, Gehrman? No.
Dear, oh dear, what was it? The hunt, the blood, or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
And so, the hunt begins again.
So that was the refusal ending. You refuse Gehrman's offer for whatever your reasons. Either you don't want the hunt to stop, or you don't believe Gehrman's telling you the truth, or something like that, whatever. You finish him off, he's gone for good, he's freed from the hunter's dream. But then you find out that there's something actually beyond Gehrman that's been running the hunter's dream all this time, because there's actually a nightmare realm, like the Nightmare Frontier and the Nightmare of Mensis. And because you're not prepared for this thing, it then makes you take Gehrman's place and the hunt can continue just as before. A lot of people think about the worst ending, and it is definitely a bad ending in terms of like the outcome for your character. But I actually quite like it, not because it's a terribly satisfying one, but because it's one that just fits Bloodborne so well. The idea that you're meddling with things that are like supposed to be eldritch and beyond human comprehension, and it makes a lot more sense for that ending, where in your efforts to try and subvert Gehrman's offer and try and keep the hunt going and find out more about eldritch stuff, you end up going and biting off more than you can chew. You come up against a being you have no experience with, and it just, instead of even fighting you, it just enslaves you, and you take Gehrman's place. It just fits more with the idea of what Bloodborne's influence was on like Lovecraftian cosmic horror stuff. It's not supposed to be something you can beat the shit out of. It's supposed to be something that's like, it's a miracle to even survive against. But despite that, I also like it because it makes Gehrman the final boss, and he just fits so well as a final boss. He's there from the start, he's supposed to be your mentor, your go-to guy, and then you have this really emotional fight at the end, where he's trying to do you a favour and you don't even realise it. Anyway, that's the refusal ending. The true ending is where you actually go and you find these all three. In fact, there's all four, actually. There's only 3 you need for the true ending, but you can get 4. You eat these, and then you don't get horribly molested by the weird cosmic thing in the sky, and you go fight it as the true final boss. Don't mind me, Gehrman, this is beyond your comprehension. And then you get the true ending, which I don't think there are many fans of, because it's kind of what they call a Gynax ending, where after watching it you're kind of left feeling like, wait, what the fuck just happened? And you don't get any real sense of closure or anything. You'll find out when you see it. I'm not going to really be talking over it again, but you'll see what I mean. But what I will do while I have the chance now is say my goodbyes. Thanks very much for watching this series in the first place. It's taken a long time, like the Dark Souls one, to get finished, but I wanted to make sure I could show off as much as I could, and also just have a lot of fun doing it. And I have had fun. I have enjoyed doing this. I don't really want to do something on this sort of scale again, but I'm glad that I managed to do all I wanted to do with this. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I will see you next time.
The night and the dream were long.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.